Straight between the Pittsburgh Steelers. Trying to win. To the 35, they'll mark him 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Touchdown, 49ers!
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coach.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the... It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Ready. Blue check. Ready.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Right back to Mitchell here. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. To throw, it's Lance. Over the middle, complete. It's Mitchell. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Lance and company going on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They run here with Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Lance now to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A give here to Mitchell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Good push up front in that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Another run with Mitchell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Gregory Rousseau works his way in for the stop and the loss. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Lance. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? Do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are an extra point away from drawing level. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
McKenzie now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, then he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Allen. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play, quarterback, you have a much better opportunity.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he is going to lose yardage here. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Here's Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The Lance going to throw. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams, the spark that often wins games. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. Flush to his right. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes the pick, and the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down. Allen going to throw. That's complete as he goes right back to Crowder. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
On the handoff, running left, Singletary. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll toss this right side to Singletary. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That his first catch so far. They held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Half 85.
Now Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Teron Johnson able...